Forbes magazine said that the best advice that you can teach your kids would be saving and budgeting. Now, budgeting.
I need to learn how to do that.
I think adults struggle with budgeting. So how can we teach kids about budgeting?
Hello, I am Dan, and welcome to 98.5's Table Talk. It's a new and exciting thing we're doing. I'm very excited to be joined by Elson Goh from EG Financial Services. Welcome, Elson. How are you?
It's good to be back.
Let's get into it. We're learning today about what is the most important financial lessons you should teach a child, right?
Yes.
And you know about that being a financial planner. So, Elson, I'm sure every parent has their own opinions on, what's the right way, what's the wrong way, how to teach our kids about finances. You're the expert. You tell us.
Well, first of all, I just want to say that there's no right and wrong, but there can be smart ways.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of information out there. When it comes to teaching our kids, everyone has an opinion.
Of course.
there's-
Everything.
Yeah,
You're in the shops. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that, would I?
Yeah.
No.
And I don't blame some of these advice that you can get on online or from your friends. I think we all want to teach our kids and pass on those gems.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully they don't make the same mistakes as we do.
Oh, I hope not.
And
I hope not.
So if you look around, there's really a lot out there. Like for example, the Forbes magazine said that the best advice that you can teach your kids would be saving and budgeting. Now, budgeting.
I need to learn how to do that.
I think adults struggle with budgeting. So how can we teach kids about budgeting?
Budgeting's not fun.
you know,
You don't want
it's-
to budget.
no.
You want to have fun.
Correct.
Right?
Now, and the Australian government actually said that the best thing that we should teach our kids is to differentiate between needs and wants.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you ask my daughter, what
Everything.
Yes, everything is a need.
But I need the
Yes.
Barbie. I need the pony.
No, I need the new watch.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
okay.
else has that watch. I
Moving
need
up.
it. Yeah.
See, I think my kids are a little bit younger than your kids.
Yep.
So I'm not in that level of, watches yet or, devices. My son's getting to the device stage, but Ruby's very much the Barbie train, the makeups. And I'm like, oh no. But yeah, sorry. So yeah, sorry, keep going. This is great.
Yeah. And I think one of the most popular ones that we have had is, this is back in the 1960s, that they did this marshmallow study.
Okay.
So have you heard of the marshmallow?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so
I know marshmallows, but I don't know the marshmallows.
So apparently this study, what they did was they got some kids,
Yep.
put them individually in an empty room,
Okay.
and they put one marshmallow on the table. So the instructions given was that if they don't touch that marshmallow, after 15 minutes, they'll get another one.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And then they'll leave the room, the adults will leave the room, and then they'll just wait. So the study showed that there are some kids who were able to control themselves, restrained. But some kids were just
Straight.
First,
course.
after the door is closed, bang, it's
Bam.
gone. Okay.
100%. One marshmallow, great.
Yeah. So apparently that is talking about delaying gratification.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
Yep,
that's
got
like
it.
savings and budgeting, the whole
Right.
concept there being wrapped up into one study. So in the 1990s, they did a follow-up. So they revisited all those people on that study, and they found that those who actually delayed the gratification, right, they didn't actually fare much better in life.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So they concluded that the study is not robust enough because it's only done on Stanford University staff kids.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
it's not,
Yep.
it's quite biased. And number two, they said that the home environment and the family background plays a far bigger role than just that simple one
Yeah,
lesson.
right. Okay, so you would say that the home environment actually has a really big impact on teaching kids how to
Correct.
finance.
Correct.
Interesting.
And so what happened was I thought to myself, that means that we need to create an environment.
Yeah.
That means that must be something that we can do that help to foster that environment, and it's not just really one specific lesson.
Interesting. Okay. Could
Okay.
you? Yeah. Let's get into that a bit more.
And so what I did was I went and scoured through all available lessons, and I distill it down to what is the home environment that we can create and I've come up with one concept.
Let's go. Tell us. Teach us, Elson.
And that is the concept of opportunity cost.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to
Explain.
Just in case I get it wrong, I've got it written down. So,
Good.
yeah, opportunity cost is the consideration of all explicit and implicit costs, utility, or benefits of a decision relative to all other available alternatives.
Okay.
Okay, in other words,
All right.
okay,
Make that.
Okay, in other words,
Yeah, simplify that for me.
we need to consider all our decisions because there's lots of choices
Absolutely, every day.
in the light of limited resources.
Okay, getcha.
So the home environment shouldn't be, I want this, I want that. Can I have this? Can I have that? It would be, I'm choosing this rather than something else.
Well, of course, because you should make one choice, you're going to not get something else. It makes
Correct.
sense, yeah.
And the definition of opportunity cost speaks of not just cost and benefits, because we understand cost and benefits is all money.
Yes.
But they include utility as well.
Okay.
So sometimes some things are not, you can't put a dollar value to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So would I rather go to the pub or go to the footy game or spend time with the missus?
Yeah, well, both good options, you know?
So you gotta weigh that out.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
utility-wise, maybe, I don't know. Well, you said, so
What's going to long-term reap the benefits, you know?
So that's why I think the concept of in an environment where there are limited resources, and then we have to make choices. Are we going to make that particular choice just because it's available and presented to us, or have we considered all other alternatives, all the other options that are out there?
Brilliant, Elson.
And I think that is the key to fostering that family environment.
Yeah.
Okay, that kids will go, okay, well, if I do make this particular decision, well, if I want that particular thing, then perhaps I can't have something else.
That's brilliant. And that's going to teach them more about finance. That's going to teach them about life choices. And, well, if I want to do this in life, I need to do this. If I want to, go on a gap year after high school, well, then I'm going to be a year behind in studies or, whatever. That's brilliant.
Correct.
Elson.
And now, sometimes parents tell me, oh, no, we need to teach them we need to attach dollar values. No, don't worry about that.
No.
Because I think we got to start off with exposing them to having those various choices. Now, we as parents, sometimes we want to take those choices away from them.
Make it easier.
Yeah, we'll help you choose.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we're afraid that they will make the wrong choice.
Absolutely. Sometimes also I find as a parent, I think it just makes the process quicker. So
Yeah.
you know what? I'll just do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Easier.
Correct.
Yeah. Which in the long run isn't going to help.
Correct.
But
there was once I saw this dad doing the paper run. So putting all the little brochures and
Yes,
pamphlets
yes.
in the letterboxes.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, why have you signed up for this? And he said,
I know exactly.
he said that his son didn't want to do it anymore. And he was afraid that he would lose the position, so he's going to keep it going for his son. And when the son feels like they want to go jump back in, there's a position there.
That's the funny story about that. Sidetrack. Very much sidetrack here. I used to do that.
Oh,
as a job
really?
when I was
Okay.
about 16 years old.
Yep.
Because it was just like I just did it on the side.
Yeah.
I hated it so much. I did it 1 week.
Yeah.
I went, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'm never doing this again. I threw the pamphlets out. And I did it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Terrible. I shouldn't have done it. Bad guy.
Okay.
But I repented and said sorry to the boss.
Okay.
And I didn't give him his money back, but
Yep.
that was it. Moving on. Yeah. All right, anyway, okay, so look, as you just heard, terrible financial decisions by myself. I'm a dad.
Hilarious.
I'm not very good with finances.
Yeah.
Never have been. Not a great planner, not a good budgeter. My wife is much better. She kind of takes care of that side of our whole family. I find it hard enough for me, let alone trying to teach my kids. So as a parent, what should we do?
Okay.
Give us some tips.
So here are three practical tips.
Okay.
Okay. Tip number 1.
Good. Let's go.
Offer as many choices as you can.
Okay. Really?
Okay. So in everything you do, start by offering a choice.
Okay.
Would you rather have this or would you rather have that?
Gotcha. In all situations,
Yeah.
try that.
In all. Find every opportunity to do
I'm
it.
going to write this down.
No, I know some parents will say, well, I don't know about your kid, but when I offer A or B, they'll say both. Would you like an ice cream or $1? Both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's Ruby right there.
Yeah. But we got to stop them. You can only choose one. What would it be?
Yeah, good.
You know, it is hard. You know, sometimes, sometimes I even offer choice to my daughter in terms of a punishment. Would you rather be punished this way or that way?
So, hey, put it in their court then. Yeah.
And then my daughter would say, "Oh, but I'll never take choice B because it's so ridiculous." Yeah, because
I gave it to you.
Yeah, no, because daddy is just lazy. I can't think of anything else, so I'm just throwing it out there.
Would you like to go to jail, or do you want your iPad taken away? Which one? Which one? You choose. That's brilliant. I love that. Okay.
Offer as many choices as you can. Get them practicing. So they are now thinking that if I choose one option, is foregoing something else.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah.
Tip number
Positively and negatively.
Yeah, correct.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Tip number 2. Pizza time is always finance lesson time.
Okay.
Pizza time.
You had me at pizza.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the pizza is a fantastic tool.
It's literally
It's
a
a
pie
pie.
chart.
Correct.
It's a pie chart.
Correct. When
Brilliant.
you take an extra slice, someone else is not gonna have that.
All right.
So-
Pizza.
And this visual too. My son is a lot older now. He's 13 years old. So last couple of nights ago, I gave him 2 slices of cake.
Okay.
So he's got 2 slices, and he's like, why am I getting 2 slices of cake? So I said, well, you're gonna ask for another slice.
Brilliant.
So, so I've taken his cake that I would have given him,
Anyway.
but I've cut it in half. So I said,
That's how you dad right there. It's all mind.
so it's a pie chart, right?
It's genius.
It's how you cut it up. So I said, okay, well, you can have that first slice.
Yeah.
And then you think
gonna
you want to
wanna-
have another. There's another one.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
But psychologically, they think, oh yeah, that's true.
Two. I got two.
I got 2. Right. So the visual tool is very important.
Yep.
So pizza time's always talking about if we as a family are going on this particular holiday.
Yes.
That means we got to have a smaller one for the next
Yes.
one.
Good
So
point.
it depends on how you slice up that pie. And that discussion, that visual impact, very important.
Love it. That's so good.
Last tip.
All right, let's go. Bring it
Last tip.
home.
This
is it
is the
about
last
food?
tip. No.
Is it more pizza? Ready. Okay.
This last tip is about we as parents have to stop the language of impulse.
Okay.
So like for example, my kids come up, oh, why did you buy that particular air fryer?
Yeah.
Oh, because it was on offer. Nah.
Okay. So
That's
you're
the
teaching
wrong.
them subtly.
That's the wrong language to use because they are now thinking, oh, wait a minute, you didn't actually consider the options.
Yeah.
You just bought that particular item because it's cheap.
Oh,
Because
I'm
it's on-
guilty.
because
I'm guilty
it's
of
on
that,
offer.
Elson.
Because it's on offer.
Yeah.
Now, what has gone through your mind thinking about why did you make that particular purchase? No, it's not just because it's cheap, not just because it's on offer.
Yep.
But sometimes we don't really want to explain it to you, so we just say, it's cheap.
It's cheap, it's
or-
on sale.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on sale, right?
I do that all the time.
Yeah,
Ah,
and I
Elson, I
think
feel bad.
that kind of language at home really kills that because that ability to consider opportunity cost. We are making this purchase because.
Yep.
And,
Love that.
and because we have made this purchase, right, we're not going to be buying something else
Yeah, of course.
in the near future.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, well, my parents are doing that. I should do this. do the same.
Gotcha. So straight away, not, I got this, blah, blah, blah. You need to have a good example. Like, hey, look, we bought this because we need it, but it means that later we're not going to be able to do that. Love it.
Yeah, and then having that conversation of the thought process that we hopefully we did.
Hopefully we did,
And we didn't just click buy because it's
deal.
on offer.
Yeah. Black Friday, boom.
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
And that really helps kids in terms of having that environment, the home environment, that they can understand that whatever choices they make, they have to bear the consequences. A and B, that it does matter. That deliberation that they do will set them up for life.
Love it. Elson, this has been so rewarding for myself, but I'm sure everyone at home or on their phones watching this or listening. Look, thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining us on Table Talk, 98.5 Table Talk.